So I'm out here at Big Valley. There's always something to do out here. In fact, if I really wanted to do something with this place, there'd be a lot more to do. But yeah, I just put in some T-bar fence posts. We have a little fire going on a nearby district. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it because I can't respond to it. I was called to it, but I can't respond. So, yeah, there's a little backup place here that was rocked as part of the harvest, which we're looking at out here. Um, so you can't see the new little alder trees growing in there, but they look pretty good. So I just wanted to make sure my back in turnaround area was marked, because boy, if you get off into this bog, whoa, you might need a tow truck to get out. So even with four-wheel drive. So, oh yeah, I didn't mean to take a puff here. It was going to be a surprise. A friend of mine was kind of cleaning out his pipe collection a little bit, sort of thinning the herd, and he has some big pipes. He has a couple of big Boswells, and it's like, how would you ever smoke that? You know, he said, well, it's more for decoration. So, so he was cleaning, and he had this Mario Grande. He said, you know, you like those kind of stubby poker pipes, you know, so give that a try. So I am. Smoke's good. He said it smoked a little funky. He didn't really define that. Covers a lot of ground. But it's like comically huge. And of course it's heavy. I haven't weighed it, but a nice wide saddle bit, and I put some vinyl tubing on. So that does allow me to clench, although your jaw gets a little tired. So I've smoked a couple bowls in this. I'm smoking some Devonshire from L.J. Peretti. A friend of mine was in Boston not too long ago and picked up a baggie of it for me. So thank you, Tom. Stuff has an edge to it. It's kind of got a little, I don't know, a little sour, sharp edge. Interesting. Now this could probably, I did fill it up. Bad mistake. I should have just done halfway. I cannot stick my pinky down there and reach the bottom, you know. So this is one where you really would need some kind of tamper, I think, just to clean it out at the end, you know. But anyway, when is a pipe just a pipe? To kind of misquote Dr. Freud. Yeah. Hey, she's huge. So anyway, it may just go on my shelf and kind of sit there, and if anybody ever looks at it, they go, oh my God, that's a huge pipe. Yes, it is. So, but it does smoke well. Like most Mario Grandes, well, I haven't smoked that many. I've got two others that are also big pipes. Not this big. I mean, that's like a caricature, you know. So last night, it's clear skies. That's kind of unusual for us up here in the Pacific Northwest in the middle of winter. There was kind of a haze tonight, a cloudy haze, but last night was pretty clear, and so we went out and watched the eclipse. There was a total eclipse of the moon. I think for much of North America into Mexico, I don't know where else. I'm kind of dumb. I didn't research it. But some friends said, hey, come on down here, we'll go out on the beach, and we'll bring your camera. So I did. We had a great time. Had dinner and just kind of hung out and talked and had fun, you know. And then we went out on the beach. It was kind of chilly, but not crazy. So it was good. It was fun. But you know, with friendships, you have to maintain them. It's kind of like, I just had some medical stuff go on, and I was amazed because it wasn't in my expectation set. Somehow I had this expectation that my doctor would be my advocate, and I would just he would tell me what the best course was, and I would follow his directions or her, and I'd be good. I'd be taken care of or something. Where the hell did I come up with that? I don't know. So I was amazed with that medical stuff, how you had to be your own advocate. You had to, dang it, take matters into your own hands. I quit taking my heart medicine there for a while just to bring on some events so I could record them so they could know what was going on. I had to do that, maybe liability prevented them from offering that as an alternative. I don't know. I didn't actually ask them. But that so surprised me. So when something surprises you like that, it's bing, you have an expectation that you haven't examined. And I obviously had an expectation that the medical system would be in my best interest, would act in my best interest. So, and it's kind of like friendships, you have to take the initiative and make sure that you see people on a regular basis. You go out for dinner, you have lunch, or just get together for coffee or whatever, you just have to do that. And even more so these days, because everybody is doing the social media thing, and they feel like they're more connected with more people. But honestly, I think the amount of FaceTime is far less. And it's FaceTime, I'm talking good friendships here. I'm not talking casual work relationships and that kind of stuff where you see everybody every day. I mean, these are like people you really care about. They're your intentional family. And wow, you just got to be the advocate of that. You have to make it happen. And people are so involved in social media that they're distracted by 1,000 things now rather than 100 10 years ago. And so they just don't make time for face-to-face. I mean, just like they don't make phone calls because it takes too much time. It could take 20 minutes. Oh my God, 20 minutes. You see people ahead of you in the queue for the light as you're driving, and they're going, so that means I have 5 seconds, I can check my Facebook or whatever. And so they're checking their Facebook and texting back or whatever, and then they're not paying attention to driving, and you have to honk at them to alert them that, oh, traffic is moving, So, yeah, I guess nobody ever told me that you would have to work fairly hard at maintaining friendships, Wow. But I'm saying it now. You heard it here. And you got to do it. You just have to do it. Or you lose those friendships. You just kind of drift away, Or you see somebody once every 3 months at a meeting or something. And it's just like, that's not enough. Not enough for really good, solid friendships. So, yeah. I mean, friendships hopefully your primary relationship is a friendship, right? I mean, it's got to be your best friend, I think. So a lot of times it isn't, I know. Let's have a few beers and talk about that. But, our friendships are intimate relationships. They are intimate relationships. You can talk about anything with a good friend. And hopefully you do, because they may say, you're full of shit or something, but they aren't really judging you. They aren't, they may criticize, I think the best friendships, you can say whatever you need to say. and put it out there and run it past them, and they may tell you, oh, that is not a good idea, you know, but that's the value of them. Just one value of many. So anyway, I had a great time last night with the eclipse. I took some fairly terrible photos, but I'll throw them up at the end here. But it sure was fun. It sure was fun. Yeah. Boy, is it getting dark or what? This is not the golden hour. It's past the blue hour. It's getting to be the dark hour. So I guess that means it's time to go. I mean, I have headlights, obviously. This little stretch of logging road that I put in here, though, boy, it needs to be mowed and maintained, because I kind of trusted the logger I was using, and he said, oh, I've got this load of chips. Let's do a little temporary road up here, a spur road up here. He did, and then he blocked one of the drainage ditches, and so water is kind of, this is wetter than it probably would be if I was paying good attention. And so it's grown in with reeds and stuff, and so it's a little hard to even see the road. So I have a stick to pound on, and bought some T-bar fencing, which, boy, that stuff's useful for everything. And I got one of those pounders, T-bar pounder. Man, those things work so well. So much better than a sledge. So, anyway, that's what I was doing. In a couple months, it'll be time to really get mowing in here. I may need a new mower. I hate to do it. It's like over $3 grand. But, you know, there it is. And then it's tax time coming up, and income tax time. I never seem to be able to. I always have to pay. So, anyway, I may have to forestall that. But life is good. Life is excellent. Life is fantastic. And you know, one reason is I did that little heart procedure. I really feel good. I didn't realize how I was kind of getting wore down over the last 3-4 years. And then once you start moving less and exercising less, you know, it's a toilet bowl swirl downwards. So, yeah, so I actually feel much better since that procedure on December 31st. So I'm kind of back to how I used to always feel, which is, kind of forgot how that was, I guess. I tell you. And here I am blessed to smoke this ginormous pipe. Life is good. What could be better, right? Honestly, I'm blessed, but in so many ways. It's just, yeah, it's just remarkable and wonderful. So, looks like I'm about ready to head out of here. I have to put it in 4-wheel drive to get out. These reeds are kind of slippery and but anyway, off we go.